This video will show you how to make a maze game using Scratch. Now, when you download Scratch from the internet, this is the screen that you will find. On Scratch, there are some menus at the top, which we'll talk about later. Along here is our tabs: code, costumes, sounds. Let's look at code first. Code is the functions that you can use to get things to happen in Scratch. There are lots of categories of these functions, and it's a matter of drag and dropping these functions across and changing any of the numbers or information that's in there to get the program to do what you want it to. So this is where we build our program. This is where the actual functions we use live. Over here, we have an indication of what's going on the stage. The stage will show you what the program is actually doing. Now, a stage has basically two parts. It has a backdrop, which is really the background of the stage. So you can have it blank, like this one, just white. You can have a color behind. You could even have a picture behind. At the moment, we want to keep the white because this one is going to be our instruction screen. We also could have sprites. Sprites are images that you can control with your program, and they will do things depending on what event has occurred. So for instance, if someone clicks on the green flag, for instance, you will have instructions in your program to tell it what to do when someone clicks on the green flag or clicks on the red hexagon or whatever. So let's look at our instruction. We don't want the cat on our instruction screen. So we actually go down here to the sprite list, and there's the cat, and we click on the rubbish bin. Goodbye, cat. Okay, now we need to sort out what we want on our stage. So we go back to our tabs here and pick backdrops. Now, for the backdrop, what we want to do is to put in instructions, and I want to choose the text tool, and probably don't want it in red, maybe darkish blue, that might be better. Don't worry about the other settings, that will be fine, and you can always change it later. Where you click on the stage here, or the backdrop rather, is where the text will start. So I'm going to text instructions. Then I'm going to put how to play the maze game. Move the, and I'm using a banana for my sprite, a round, whoop, using the arrow keys. If the text doesn't fit across there, just press enter and it will start a new line like I just did there. So there's my instructions. The other thing I'm going to do is to rename it from backdrop 1 to instructions. So that's now the name of this backdrop. Okay, the next thing we need to do now is we've got our first backdrop is to add another backdrop. How we do that, we go down to the right hand corner and we click back, choose a backdrop. Now there's lots and lots of pre-made ones, but I'm going to choose the blue sky one because I want it simple. I don't want a whole lot of picture in the background that's going to confuse things. So I click blue sky 2. And there you'll find it has a blue screen. All right, now we're going to be generating a maze. So how do we do that? Well, we need to use the line tool to draw the walls of the maze. So we click on line tool. We then need to go to outline and choose a color. So I'm choosing red. And we also can choose the size of it. I'm going to choose 4. If it's too big, I can always start again. Then all I do is go to the spot where I want to draw my line, hold down the mouse and drag, and a line will be drawn. And if you want it level, just move your mouse around until it looks right. Then I can draw another line, and I'm going to draw one up near the top. Where am I going? And then another one, but not quite to the end. And then another one here, across, and then down. When you finish the line, just let your mouse go, and you're ready to start the next line, like that. I'm going to do some more lines. So I've got a line here. Got another line coming up here. Now remember, these are the walls of your maze that I'm drawing at the moment. Yeah, about there. I'm just making this one up. Down. And then across. And then up. Doesn't have to be perfect. And you can see that I'm just joining lines together. There's another one across here. And that'll go down there. And let's see, there's another one down here. Right to the end. We'll put another one here. And one about there. Okay, so there's the walls of my maze. And you can see it reflected up here on the stage. Okay, so that's the first part of the maze game, is to set up your backdrop for instructions, and then set up your backdrop for your first level of your maze. In this assignment, you'll need to make another level of the maze to end it. So a different drawing of walls and so on. Okay, so I will put the next steps in the video number 2 about making a maze.